Hello once again. This is now officially video number 2. Here we're not looking at just distributing, but we're also looking at distribution with simplification. So our first example for this is having a wonderful -7 multiplied by 2x plus 1 plus 3x on the outside. Now, everything that's true that I said in the previous video about distribution applies here. If you haven't watched it, you're welcome to go check it out. It's only 3 minutes long. If not, the quick, immediate recap is that the multiplication is between the 7 and the parenthesis. The unwritten multiplication is what's there. It's not a written symbol. So that's what's also true between 3 and x. There is no symbol there because that's our multiplication. So, since that's multiplication and we have our parentheses, we are distributing that -7, which means we're multiplying that -7 by both the 2x and the 1. Because it's negative, that means we're multiplying a negative times a positive. So -7 times 2 makes that a -14x, and -7 times 1 is now a -7. But because that's a negative, and a negative sign is also a subtraction sign, we just get to write that as -7. So the thing that hasn't changed here is that +3. That is not in the parentheses. It does not get multiplied. And so we just bring it down, and now we worry about combining our like terms. Here we know our like terms because both of the -14x and the +3x have an x. And so -14 plus 3, it turns into -11x. And then there is still that handy-dandy -7 hanging out. One more example. I'll go ahead and scroll over here to the side a little bit. Up. We're working with a +7 this time, but this time we're subtracting the 3, and that 3 is being multiplied by the 6x plus 4. Notice, unlike the 7 in the last example, this 7 is not being multiplied by anything. It is the, and I'll use a nice green color here, -3. That -3 is being multiplied by the 6x plus 4. So that's what's being distributed here. And so that 7 does not change. That 7 is just hanging out. It's just chillaxing here. And so we have the 7 drop down, and that -3 gets multiplied by 6. -3 times 6 is 18, but a negative times a positive is a negative, which means we are subtracting the 18x down below. Then -3 times +4 is -12. And here, just like in the last problem, we have to add, subtract our like terms. And our like terms in this case is the 7 and the -12. And so 7 minus 12 is -5. And then the -18x minus 5 is the answer you're looking for. So I hope that helps clarify how to not only distribute, but then also add and subtract and combine your like terms. Hey, thank you guys.